Hi, interghost here, and I'm here with this month's pickups video.
Interghost is at the caboose. He's picking up games to show to you. He really likes to play on his Wii U. And if you think you've got a high score, well, that's what Retro Records is for. His XCOM team aren't living anymore. Him and all the dudes are singing out of tune. It's your friendly YouTube hosts, interghost.
Yeah, so it's been 2 months since my last video. I didn't get round to doing one last month. There's a few things going on within the family at the moment, so I didn't really have time to do it. But I've got a few bits and pieces here. So this is over 2 months I've picked up these bits. First thing I want to say is I've picked up a Master System. As you can see, Alex Kidd here playing in the background, which is the game which is built in with it, but I'll speak more about that later on. Bought it on a bit of a whim. So first thing I want to show is, obviously before lockdown started, I started getting into Dungeons and Dragons for the first time, and I collected up some of the books and was ready to play, created some characters with the boys, and unfortunately went to lockdown, so couldn't get around to playing it. However, since then I've been buying a few more bits and pieces, and I've been picking up these, which are spellbook cards. So for each class, this one's a druid, you can get a box of the cards which tell you what all their spells do. So I won't go too much into them, but yeah, I've got the druid one, the bard, Zampar's Guide to Everything, the cleric, the ranger, and the paladin. And yeah, I've been picking these all up from eBay or Amazon, brand new, and I've been waiting for basically for them to be about £10 or less before I picked them up, and I managed to get the whole set now. So they're really cool. It just really helps out when you're playing the game, instead of going through all the rule manual looking for the specific spells. You find all your spells in the box and you hand out the spells to the characters, so they've got the hand straight away and they can refer to them, and it makes the game a lot easier. So yeah, that's the first thing. I actually picked up a book this month or last month, and it's Neil deGrasse Tyson's Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. Now, I've been watching a lot of his videos on YouTube, and they're quite interesting. He basically goes into space-time and black holes and all that sort of thing. Now this book, he keeps advertising on his videos, and I thought, yeah, I'm interested in videos, so I buy the book. And I can't remember how much this cost, but it's something like £12 or £15. And when it came through, it's a tiny little book. And I wasn't really that impressed with the size of it. And I'm about a quarter of the way through reading it, and a lot of the stuff in here is stuff he talks about in the videos, so there's nothing really that new. So if you're really into his videos and you're thinking about getting a book, I would probably say don't bother. Most of the stuff's in the videos, but if you're really into this sort of stuff, then yeah, pick it up. It's quite easy to read, and yeah, it just goes into astrophysics and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's the only book I picked up this month, I think. Yeah, picked up one Switch game, and this was quite cheap. I think it was only about £8 or £9 on Amazon. And Kronos, Battle Worlds Kronos, which is, it's sort of like a Command and Conquer style game, but it's a lot harder. You only get sort of, 8, 10 or 12 units to move around the map, and you have to try and keep them alive, fight the other units on the battle map, turn by turn. And yeah, it's not too bad for the price, and if you're into those sort of real-time strategy games, then I'll probably say pick that one up. I picked up a few DVDs and Blu-rays. Now, the reason I picked these ones up, so The Idiot Abroad and The Colour of Magic, found these in the charity shop for £2 each, and they were brand new and sealed in the cellophane. The Idiot Abroad I don't think you can watch on streaming, so I picked it up because I wanted to watch it again. And big fan of Terry Pratchett, so I thought I'd buy that. That was on TV one Christmas, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I picked those ones up. Now, because I picked up The Idiot Abroad, I went onto eBay and picked up The Idiot Abroad 2, and I also ordered The Idiot Abroad 3, but the person I bought it off of, they said it was posted, and then they sent me a message saying it was damaged before they could post it, so they gave me a refund. And I've gone back on eBay since, and I can't get it for a very good price, so I'll wait till it drops and I'll get the third one. Then funnily enough, I went back to the same charity shop the week after, and they had this film, which was still sealed as well, and it's Fighting with the Family, and this is by Stephen Merchant, so good friend of Ricky Gervais. And I really like this film, and this was only, it was either 50p or £1, and I thought I'm going to pick it up because I like it anyway, but also it's got Stephen Merchant's director's commentary on there, which is why I picked it up really. So yeah, it's quite good. Listen, if you like listening to commentaries, it's quite a good one. And the whole Ricky Gervais theme, I got into it a bit. When I was looking up The Idiot Abroad, I saw the Ricky Gervais show pop up, which is their podcast, which they made into DVDs, like a TV show, but they sort of edited cartoon on top of it. So I picked up series 1 to 3 of the Ricky Gervais show. Again, it's really cheap. I think it's only about £5 or something like that for all 3 series. I've never watched it before, so I thought I'll pick it up. And I've watched the first one, and yeah, it's pretty cool. If you like his humour, then you're going to like that. If you like Cole Pilkington, it's just them ripping out of him really. And then finally, for the DVDs, I picked up this one, and it's the 5th film by Quentin Tarantino, and it's Death Proof. Now, the reason I got this one is because I was watching a documentary on Sky or Netflix the other day, and it's going through his first 8 movies. And they were going through them, talking about them, and it got to this one, and I've never even heard of it. Apparently it flopped and didn't get very good reviews, probably why I'd never heard of it. But I was just really shocked that I've never even heard the name of it before. So ordered it on eBay. Again, I think this was probably only about £2, £2.50 posted. And haven't watched it yet, but really interested to see what this one's all about, see if it's as bad as everyone made out it is. Now, over to the games. The reason I got a Master System is there's a shop near me, second-hand game shop, and I went down there, took my son down there and his friend a couple of weeks ago, because he wanted to go and see what they had. And I thought, what have I got to trade? So I went into my games room, and I had some old Sega lock-ons, which are like a Laser Quest Quasar type thing. You get a gun and a headset and you shoot each other. I had 3 of those, took them down, asked them if they was interested. They were boxed and complete, and he gave me 15 quid for each one, so that was 45 quid. So I had a look around, and I was looking at all the different consoles, and I thought, the Master System is a console, I think I have owned it in the past, briefly, but I never really got into it. I never had it as a kid, didn't grow up with it. My mate Paul had one, and a couple of other friends used to have them. I remember playing as a kid quite a bit on it, and I remember playing Dragon's Trap, Wonder Boy, games like that, but that's about it really, and Mickey Mouse. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to pick this one up. It's sort of on the same, well, it's the same generation as the NES, and I had a little bit more interacting and playing with the NES, but not the Master System. So I picked it up, and it was £40 with one controller, and at the time I picked up one game with it as well. And the game I picked up with it is Donald Duck, the Lucky Dime Caper, which is a Disney platformer in the same vein as the Mickey Mouse Castle Illusion game. And I really like platform games, cartoony platform games, and this console is really well known for having good ones. So I picked up this one, completed it on the day that I got it. It did take me sort of 4 or 5 hours, but it's one of those games you can keep playing. When you complete a world, it's completed and you can move on to the next one. You don't have to go right back to the start, so it was good just to battle on through each world and complete the whole thing. And yeah, really enjoyed it. Well worth picking that one up. Then after that I picked up Asterix, and again another cartoony platformer game, and yeah, completed that the first day I got it as well. Again, it took me a few hours to do. This one is not so straightforward as Donald Duck. You do have continues, but there's a lot of sort of cheap deaths in this, and there's a few bits which the platforming doesn't really quite make sense. You sort of have to double back on yourself sometimes, and there's a little bit of like a puzzle element, but it doesn't really explain what you're doing. So I worked it out in the end and I completed it, and I would say it's a decent game. So as you can see, I'm buying them and completing them, and my idea was, when I got this, is I'm going to buy one game at a time, and I'm not going to buy any more until I've completed the one I'm playing, because that way I don't just buy loads of games and they just sit on the shelf and never get played. So saying that, I went down again a week ago I think it was, and I took in some Game Boy stuff to trade in, got a nice bit of credit, and I picked up a few more games. Now I picked up a couple of games because I had that credit, so these are the ones I picked up. I got The Terminator, Heroes of the Lance, Jungle Book, and Asterix and a Secret Mission. Oh yeah, one thing I was going to say, the shops, they stick these big stickers on them and they're really hard to get off without tearing, so that's not really great. But yeah, so the games I got, first one I've been playing was The Terminator, and again I've completed this one. This one only has 4 levels, technically 5 levels on it, but you get 1 life, and when you die you go right back to the start of the game and you have to play from the start. So really frustrating. Every time I played it I got a little bit further, but then I had to go right back to the start, go all the way through the game again. But I did complete it. By the end I was shouting and swearing at the game because I kept getting to the last level and dying and having to go back again, but persevered and I did it. And I wouldn't say it's a great game, so I wouldn't rush out and get it, but yeah, it is completable. Heroes of the Lance, I played this a little bit. To be honest, I'm not really a big fan. It doesn't control very well. It's a Dungeons and Dragons style game, but you have characters on the screen who walk very slowly. Then you have to go into menus to select your weapons, select your spells. I'm guessing if you know what you're doing, it's a lot better, but yeah, it's a bit slow, clunky, not really a fan. Jungle Book, I've only played a little bit of this just to try out to make sure it works. Played the first level. I like the graphics, I like the music, but it's a bit sort of slidey when you jump around. It's not got very tight controls on it, so I will play it and try and complete that one. But yeah, like I said, graphics and music very good. This one I've not even tried yet, Asterix and the Secret Mission. Looks very similar to the other Asterix game I got, so that's why I picked it up. And yeah, more of the same really. All those games were between about £8 and £15 each, so you know, average Master System game boxed with a manual was about a tenner. I'm sort of discovering. Now that wasn't all the ones I got. Like I said, my one game playing complete went out the window, only because I was going through Facebook Marketplace and somebody was selling a console with 18 games I think it was, and they wanted £100 for it all. So I contacted them and said I only want a few of the games. They said they wouldn't sell them separately, so I said let me know if you do. Next day they messaged me saying which games do you want. I told them, and there was 7 games that I wanted. Considering they were selling 18 with the console, they had 7 games. I said, oh, I'll have those 7, and they got back to me and they said £80 for 7 games, and I was like, okay, so you want 100 for everything and the console, but if I want not even half of the games, it's £80. And they were like, well, what are you thinking then? So I said more like 30. They came back and said 50. I said no, I would go no more than 40 and that's it. And then they sort of didn't reply for ages, and then eventually they messaged back and said, okay, I'll take 40, which I thought was a bit more than what I wanted to pay, but you know, there's some good games here, so I went and picked them up, and these are the games. So like I said, there's 7 of them. We got Prince of Persia. They haven't all got manuals, I think 2 of them haven't, but the other ones have. Prince of Persia, which is a platformer. You probably all played this. It's quite clunky movements, but it's quite sort of like a realistic style animation. Only had a quick go on that, make sure it worked. Classic Castle of Illusion with Mickey Mouse. I had to stick this in straight away when I got it, and yeah, completed it pretty quickly. Didn't have much trouble with it. It's a very easy game. I think the last level gave me a little bit of bother, but yeah, completed it within a couple of hours. Very cool game. If you've got a Master System, it's a must-have. Kung Fu Kid. Now the reason I want this one, because again, it's a very cartoony platformer, but it's more of a beat-em-up platformer. That's why it's Kung Fu Kid. I've tried to complete this one. I think there's 6, or it doesn't actually say on here, but I think there's 6 or 7 levels, and I think I got about 4, level 4 or level 5. It's quite easy up until you get to the boss on each level, and then they're quite hard to beat, but I think once you learn their patterns, it'll get slightly easier. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to complete that one. Another classic and must-have, and it's Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Not much to say about that, everyone knows who Sonic is. Time Soldiers. Now this one I picked up because I'm not really a shooter person, but I looked up a video on this and it looks pretty cool. And also I think this one goes for sort of about £20–25 boxed and complete. So I thought, yeah, I'll check that one in. If it's good, then I'll be keeping it. If not, I'll get rid of it. It's not like a spaceship shooter. You run around as a soldier with a gun shooting at the enemies, so hopefully that'll be quite a cool one. Another classic, Chuck Rock. This one is 5 levels long, cartoony game. You're a caveman. You have to work through these platformer levels, jumping on seesaws, I think I remember, and then you get fired up in the air. I think there's a bit where a dinosaur poos on you as well, from what I remember. I played it on the Atari ST years ago, so yeah, I thought that'd be really cool. And another classic, Shinobi. I don't think I ever played it on the Master System. I played it on the Mega Drive and on the Game Gear, and the Game Gear is pretty similar to the Master System, so I'm guessing it's going to be very much like that. Yeah, Shinobi. So that was all the Master System stuff I picked up. Now finally, from the same shop, I was just looking around. I always look at the Game Boy games to see if there's any which I haven't got, and this one I found. It's called Montezuma's Return. Again, it's another, can you see that? It was £6, and yeah, another platformer puzzly type game. Looked really cool. It's got some good reviews, and people have got good things to say about it, so I thought I'll pick that one up. Another one to add to the collection, which I haven't got. And then finally, I don't know why I did this, but I've been thinking about getting some PlayStation 2 games, and I was looking through them all. Nothing really caught my eye until I saw these ones, and it's because I've been watching a lot of Star Wars recently, but I found Star Wars Starfighter, and then Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, which is the sequel to it. Now the first one, this one had £1 on it, and there was also one on the shelf for £5, I think it was. So I thought, well, I'll take the £1 one. So I got that, and then I got the sequel for £3. So I thought, I'm gonna go for this and have a little go on it for £4 for 2 games, boxed and complete with the manuals. Yeah, give it a go. I like the Star Wars games Rogue Squadron on the GameCube. So I was thinking maybe these are going to be quite similar. You play as the spaceships, and you have to do different missions, shoot down different bases and that sort of thing. So I thought, yeah, for a couple of quid each, I'm going to give those ones a go. So there we go, losing my voice. Hay fever is really bad at the moment, so I've been sniffing a lot, so my voice is going anyway. So yeah, I think that's all I got this past couple of months. I'm probably forgetting a few things. Yes, one other thing is the Masters of the Universe Origin figures, which I've been collecting up. I've now got all of wave 1 to 4, So stick around after this video and I'll just show you a quick video of the shelf where I've got them all. I'm not sure which ones I've shown and which ones I haven't, so I'll just show you them all, and that will cover it all. I might do another video at some point just showing them all in detail, but yeah, this is what I got. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, thumb it up. If you didn't, thumb it down. But whatever, leave a comment and I will see you in the next video, which hopefully I'll be making a lot more videos when I've got time. So thanks again and catch you later. Cheers. So here we go. Here's the Masters of the Universe Origins line. Skeletor on Panther there. We've got Orko, Trapjaw, oh no, what's his name? Zodak, Manifaces, Prince Adam on the Skybike, He-Man and Battlecat, Ninja, is it? Man-at-Arms, Beastman, Cyclops, no, Triclops, Teela, is it Teela? Yeah. She-Ra, Evil Lyn, Merman, Hordak, Scareglow, and oh, what was his name? Falcon? I'm trying to think. Anyway, so there we go. That is wave 1 to 4 complete. There's one more ship I need to get, or craft, or whatever it's called, Land Shark, which I need to pick up. There's also a couple of the deluxe figures which I might get at some point, but there we go. Hope you like it and I'll see you soon.